I love this guy. He's one of my favorite people, not just because I love his work, but I feel like I grew up with a guy like this. 9 Perfect Strangers on Hulu premiered yesterday. New episodes released weekly on Wednesdays, only on Hulu. The great Bobby Cannavale here on The Rich Eisen Show. How are you, sir?
Hello, Rich. Buddy, let me tell you.
Yes.
You're very lucky you didn't get me 5 minutes ago when I was looking for a parking space. But I found one. And you know what? I'm not positive, like, this guy's not coming back. But I think I'm okay. I think we're okay.
Where are you? Are you in Manhattan looking for a parking space?
No, I'm in Brooklyn. We got to move the car, every other day. So
alternate side of the street parking, street cleaning and stuff like that. So did you find a spot that's good for at least 2 more days, Bobby, or what?
I didn't.
We good?
I didn't, because I was like, if I keep on looking for a spot, I found a spot where I'd have to move it in the morning, but at least it's a spot, because if I was trying to look for a spot while we were talking about really important stuff, it might be messy. You might get extra.
Are we in danger of getting a ticket? Are you getting a ticket or what? No,
I'm not in danger of getting a ticket. I'm in. I'm like, I might have said a couple things to somebody.
Were they not moving fast enough? Were they sitting in the car texting or something when you want to get out?
Maybe like a guy from the neighborhood maybe was trying to save the spot, but I was like,
oh, that's no. We cannot have that.
Here. Move.
We cannot have that.
I had a Mets hat on. I had me all riled up.
Was he standing
I am looking.
So
I am looking behind my. That's the thing about COVID time with these interviews is here I am in my car, right?
Yes.
But I literally have to look over my shoulder. It could be interesting.
No,
right?
because that's untenable. Somebody was literally physically standing in the spot for somebody else to come back around, and you are there. That's animal. You can't do that. That's like a.
You can't do that.
You can't.
You know what? You could probably do that in literally thousands of other places in the country.
Not Brooklyn,
but in
New
Brooklyn,
York.
You can't really do that.
No.
You can't do that. So, and obviously he knew I wasn't a tourist.
I'm fascinated by this stuff since now I live in a place where you just valet and screw it. Doesn't matter anymore. So what's your style, Bobby Cannavale, when somebody is in a spot and you saw them get in the car and they did not give you the wave of I'm staying here. So you now have communicated non-verbally with this person that they're getting out, but they're not moving fast enough. What do you do? Do you put the signal on in front? Do you go in front of them? Do you sit behind them, wait for them to get out? What do you do now? What happens next?
I give it a couple minutes, and then I fume privately. And then I pull up very slowly and just give them the dead look, the dead-eyed face.
From you, that's got to get some results, though, Bobby.
They move, yeah.
You bring out the Jip Rossetti belt. That's what you do, right? You get out of the car, you bust out the belt, and they move.
Hey, look, if that works for me in my lifetime, if it works for me because of that part 3 times, that's 3 times more than people aren't.
It's a parking spot. It is worth it.
It's something. Yeah.
Bobby Cannavale here on the Rich Eisen Show. All right, so you're now. So just one more second on this visual. I can't get enough of it. So you're now parked. Are you parked in this space right now? In the space? In the car?
I kind of wish I could show you because one of the funny things about it was that the guy was like, "Bro, you ain't gonna fit in here anyway," and then that's all I needed to hear. I kind of wish it was all live because I was like, "I'm not gonna fit in there. I'm not going to fit in there." I was like, "Have you seen me? You know this car. You've seen this car, right?" I mean, I could pull into anything. I could pull into any spot. And it's very tight, but I'm in. Very, very tight.
Oh, my God. Because right now, if you are sitting in the car, you might have to give the look to somebody else saying, "I'm not moving." You might have to give the finger wave, right? That's how you do it, right? Or do you do the full hand? You shake your head? What do you do?
I do no eye contact, finger wave.
No eye contact. You won't even.
No eye contact. I'm busy here. Finger wave across the car.
Bobby Cannavale here on the Rich Eisen Show in Brooklyn.
I mean, the visual. You need the visual, but you got it. You understand.
Well, here's what I want. When we're done, I want a shot of the front and the back. I want, what are we, like 2.5 inches on the bumpers?
How tight,
on either side?
how tight
are
on
we?
either side?
I'll do that.
How tight are we?
I'm gonna
What do you got, a couple inches?
I'm going to text it to you.
Yeah.
I'll text it to you right after we're done, and then you've got my permission to show it.
Okay, very good. We'll show off Bobby Cannavale. This must be an ace's parallel parking job. If he is ready.
Oh.
If he's doing it twice a week, obviously.
I really am proud of it.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic.
Top-notch parallel parking.
Bobby Cannavale here on the Rich Eisen Show. How about those Yanks, Bobby? Huh? How about this team?
I mean,
out of nowhere, out of the grave.
This is a good time to win, to start winning.
Yeah,
right? It's good. It's like they've hit it. They're due. They were due, and they're doing it. But let's not talk too much about it.
Oh, I know. But I mean, the fact that they're in. I don't know, man. Here's the reason why I'll talk about it. Because in the first half of the season, like, I don't know if you saw last night's game or not, but I'm watching pretty much every pitch these days. Last night they put a 4 spot on the Red Sox to help them essentially win it, and in the inning they got a 2-out base hit, 2-run 2-out base hit. They got a sac fly from third. They got a stolen base. These are things that just didn't exist in the first half of the season. They did not exist. They're like alive. They went from the most boring team to the most exciting team in 1 month. I really haven't seen something like this. It's unbelievable.
Well, and to be fair, like, guys that are supposed to be hitting, even are finally hitting. Like, guys that it wasn't making sense that they weren't hitting. Like DJ, like even Luke Voigt. Like, you've been back already for a while. Let's go. Like he's putting it together. Those guys are finally hitting, right? So
they are, and I know, I'm sure you know a bunch of Cubs fans. The fact that the Yankees plucked Rizzo from them, and he's been so friggin' phenomenal, and he looks the part. He looks like he should be a Yankee the rest of his life. He looks like he's out of that. He looks like he's out of that O'Neill mode. Like he should never leave the Bronx again. It's killing all the Cubs fans, killing them that Rizzo's doing this right now.
Yeah, I know. They are awful. They can't not mention it, right?
It's great.
I mean, we have a guy who's a diehard, from the south side of Chicago, and he's just, the Rizzo thing is really, it's like Bucky Dent or something. It's like
I love it.
It's that solemn a voice.
Oh, boy. I love it. So where are you? Did you hear about the Jets today, Bobby? Did you hear about it? I know you might be a busy man, but we
forfeit the first game?
No. No.
Did we lose the game? Did we lose already?
No, we have not lost yet. Carl Lawson, who they picked up from the Bengals, who's been killing it defensively, he was carted off with an apparent Achilles injury. It looks very bad. That guy, out, it looks like.
All right. Wow.
Well, at least you got the parking spot, right?
Yeah. I got the parking spot, and at least Saleh looks like he's been hitting the gym.
He
right?
does. He does like he's been pumping. Definitely a little more than Kozlik.
How about these fans that are like, I don't know, I like that Saleh. I'm like, you like him because he looks like The Rock, and everybody loves The Rock. And,
it could be that.
He looks, he's like aspirational, like we kind of want to look like him a little bit, And after the parade of coaches we've had before him, he kind of wins. He's like the hottest one.
I'm just wondering if the Jets have he might be the first health nut they've had at coaching since maybe like Herm. He looks like he's like a guy who's into making sure he's okay. Rex never was that guy. He wanted a snack.
Yeah, right.
All right.
No, Gase looked like he needed some help.
Where are you on your fantasy? Where are you on your fantasy right now, Bobby Cannavale?
Funny, I'm in the middle of my best ball draft right now, and our regular draft is coming up. But I'm, Joey Stacks, Joe Latrulio.
Yes.
He's got us on this best ball, 3rd year in a row. He's won it the first 2 years, and we know we're just giving him our money. We think it's a fix, but gambling is like bad, but it's hard not to.
So what is he doing?
Says, come on, $200, throw it in, and you just do it. And but best ball is kind of fun, although there's nothing to do except you just draft and then you just leave the team alone.
Right. Okay.
So
and
then at the end, you don't have to like set your roster. You just pick a bunch of guys and let it roll.
So when's the draft, the actual fantasy draft? And I assume you have not changed your fantasy team name, correct?
I'm just a tip forever.
Forever.
Yeah, that's coming up, like Labor Day weekend, like everybody else.
Okay. All right. And so
we haven't picked our order yet. But you don't have to worry. I don't think I'll be drafting any Jets this year.
No, I don't know, man. I mean, you never know. But so,
Moore.
okay, so you've got, you don't know what pick you're. Is it totally randomized? Is it is it a keeper league? You keeping anybody?
Well, we have to. It's not a keeper league. It's not anything like that. It's just a regular snake draft, and we just haven't picked the order yet. We got to do it. Rudd is in that league, and he's busy. So
he's in London, isn't he? And he's overseas,
he's in London
isn't he?
Yeah, man. Yeah. But it's going to be sometime around then. Well, but yeah, we should be picking the order.
Okay. How'd you?
Funny. I just road tripped across the country. I just got back literally yesterday, and I thought I was going to read. Like, I brought John Steinbeck's Grapes of Wrath. I was like, first time ever. I'm 51. I'm taking this trip. I'm going to read Grapes of Wrath. Mm-hmm. All I read was the newest fantasy football magazine. I got like the special edition fantasy football. I was, and poor Steinbeck just sat there while I did my fantasy football research for 8 days.
It should be.
Rich. I have good intentions,
Bobby, you don't need to grow any more than you already have. You're a grown man. What else do you need?
I know.
You don't need this. You don't need that sort of Steinbeck. You need to make sure that you are going to be, taking care of your fantasy team. All right, so all right, do we know what Rudd's name is yet, or we don't know that yet? Because that's always a dream. He changes his name every year.
He changes it. He changes it a lot. Yeah.
Okay. You don't know it yet.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
How'd you do?
Tell you on the side?
How'd you do in your fantasy league with Nicole Kidman and Michael Shannon and Melissa McCarthy and the rest of the? Was there a 9 Perfect Strangers fantasy league?
There wasn't. I mean, all of us felt like we hit the lottery because we were shooting it in, Byron Bay, Australia, which, Australia, I have a close relationship with it now because of my wife. But I go a lot, but I'd never been to that part of the country. And, man, it's like paradise. And we went, in July of last year. We were really lucky. So everybody was just so thrilled to be in a place that had no COVID. It was very strange. It was like being on another planet. No masks, no lines. I mean, we were masked up while we were shooting. There were protocols, but there wasn't any COVID anywhere. And now, they're having a hard time now. They're trying to lock it down.
Right.
But really, that was the big win for that show, because that was supposed to shoot in LA, and they ended up moving it to Australia in the middle of the pandemic, and it was a good thing to escape.
Well, how do you like how it's turned out, Bobby? It's starting out.
It's come good, man. Yeah, it's pretty good. I got Michael Shannon in it. He's like an all-time favorite, and Luke Evans and Regina Hall, and a really fun cast. And I do like it. I have to say, like, bro,
right? You all right?
I'm not getting out. I'm gonna give him the finger in a second.
Is it the same guy?
9 Perfect Strangers.
I'm not getting out. I'm not getting out.
One perfect stranger just trying to get a seat.
Imagine if I rolled the window down and I was like, "Hey, I'm talking about my TV show."
That's right.
I'm talking about Nicole
You're doing
Kidman.
press. You're doing press.
I'm doing press. What are you doing? Yeah.
If that's your neighborhood, shouldn't they recognize you?
Right?
Yeah, they know he's doing press.
It's
That's
like
all
when-
he does is look for spots and do press.
It's like in Trading Places when that woman rolled up on Clarence Beeks when he was using the payphone and he had a little word for it.
Exactly.
Beat it. Oh, God.
Yeah.
You were saying,
man, it dropped last night, and I think it's good, man. It's really good. It's got David E. Kelly wrote it, and it's a pretty good team. It's the same people who brought you Big Little Lies, same writers, and it's intriguing, and I think Nicole's fantastic in it, and I don't know, man. I think thematically it's the sort of right kind of show for right now. It's about a bunch of people thrown together in this wellness retreat, and they're dealing with all kinds of trauma and grief, and we come to find out that they're being treated pretty unorthodox, in a pretty unorthodox manner, and that's, I think, a really cool surprise. One of the reasons I liked it was because, I was interested in that kind of thing, like alternative therapy, let's call it. And it's pretty suspenseful along the way. So yeah, I think it's a good one. I don't think I wouldn't be here. I'd just be texting you on the side.
Yes, you wouldn't be calling me from your fresh parking spot there in Brooklyn. 9 Perfect Strangers premiered yesterday. New episodes released weekly on Wednesdays, only on Hulu. You're the best, Bobby. Man, I just laugh my ass off every time we chat. Oh my gosh.
I love it. I love hearing your voice. Go
Right.
Yankees, baby.
See, now you're into it. You don't worry about it. It's definitely improved, and there's a light, there's a pulse. It's more than a pulse. It's unbelievable. I don't remember anything like this with the Yankees. It's been great.
Agreed. I think it's a good time for it to be happening. Yeah, I think it's good.
Better than November.
Yeah.
I know. Hey, you take care of yourself, Bobby. Get out of the car. I don't want any more. I don't. We just want to make sure everything's fine in Brooklyn.
Send me the pic.
Yeah, send me the photos. I want to see it, please. Front and back.
Okay.
Front and back.
All right.
Guys,
Thanks, buddy.
Bobby Cannavale, everybody. He's getting out of his car.
See you, buddy.
He's going to take the front. What do you think? It's going to be tight.
Tight. Again, I don't know what type of car this is. He said he can fit into any spot, so I'm guessing it's a small guy, but
At Bobby_Cannavale on Instagram.
I'm not getting out.
I'm excited. I'm not getting out.
Let's see if he's posted.
I'm just dying. Can we let's take a break and get these?
He did a selfie with the car behind him.
To like show how close he is.
Oh my God.
This is great. People on Twitter are saying this is photoshopped.
It is not.
He literally just sent this to us.
And his text to me was, "Come on, who's more butter than me?" And it looks like he needed to put butter on his front and back bumpers in order to get in that spot. And you can't blame his neighbor for saying you're not getting in here.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
But if I am a neighbor and I'm saying you're not getting in here, and I know Brooklyn and I know New York City, his neighbor had to stand there and watch him attempt it. Pressure on.
Pressure on.
He pulled it off. Look at that.
Because you don't assume somebody's going to make that. There's literally inches on either side.
I'm genuinely concerned that the white car behind him also has another car like the one in front of him behind him.
Yeah.
That means he's not. He or
white
she's
car-
not getting
white
out.
car's not
White
getting
White car needs a little bit more out in the
White
back.
car's not getting out.
Impressive. Plus,
like
also a
7
shocker. He's wearing a
taps.
Brooklyn net hat too.
Yeah, interesting. That was the first thing I noticed.
If I'd known that, that would have been a subject of conversation.
It was in the neighborhood.
Bobby Cannavale.
Well done.
Done. Very impressive.
That's a guy who's lived in New York a long time in Parallel Park.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.